Hey everyone, JC here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is the first time you are finding me. Today I have a brand new Mandela effect video for you guys. But before I get started, I just wanted to thank everybody that's been ordering from my online store. And if you haven't checked it out, please consider doing so and supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. Anyways guys, let's get started with the video. And we're gonna start off with this Mandela effect, and you already know what it is. You probably saw it on the thumbnail, and in my opinion this is a pretty big one, and it has to do with Poppin' Fresh, or as he's most widely known, the Pillsbury Doughboy. He's an icon and mascot for the Pillsbury company, and I'm sure all of you are familiar with him. He's made appearances on multiple shows. He's been all over the place. He's been around for a very long time. This has to do with the scarf that's tied around his neck. What color is the scarf tied around his neck? The correct color is white. It's always been white. It has never changed ever. Now, I'm guessing a lot of you remember it as blue. And you are not alone. There is a ton of residue proof showing it as blue. I'm showing you some of those items now. Here we go. And I did a little bit of research on YouTube, try to find some videos, maybe some commercials. Maybe there was a commercial that he used blue or something like that. And as you can see, I'm going through all the videos, all the commercials, and there is nothing that shows him wearing blue. However, there is a parody video, and you can see it here, and he is wearing blue in that one, oddly enough. I remember it as blue, and I am certainly not the only one. Check this out. Let's see what Mr. Burns remembers.
Excuse me, Mr. Burns.
Poppin' Fresh, you glutinous little doughboy. Oh, there's something I've wanted to do to you for years.
Something smells good. Homemade cinnamon buns, fresh from the tube.
Nothing says I love you like something from... Hey, what the hell are you doing, you crazy bitch?
These ought to cheer Brian up.
As you can see, the blue scarf is all over the place. But I have no idea where they got this blue scarf, since it has never ever been part of the Pillsbury Doughboy. Leave your comment down below. What do you guys remember?
So you know the Doughboy dates to 1965? This is the original Doughboy. He's put together as a claymation figure.
Our next Mandela effect has to do with the Mona Lisa. As many of you might already know, if you're familiar with the Mandela effect, one of the first Mandela effects that was discussed, whether the Mona Lisa was smiling or frowning. Many people remember her having a frown, and now she has a smirk or a smile. Anyways, that is not the Mandela effect we're discussing here today. The Mandela effect that we're discussing here today has to do with who the Mona Lisa is. Who was the Mona Lisa? Well, many people remember the Mona Lisa being unknown, not really knowing who she was. I remember personally many experts speculating who the Mona Lisa was. They had many guesses. I remember even watching a documentary where they said that it might even be Leonardo da Vinci interpretation of himself in this woman. But that is not the case. In fact, the Mona Lisa is a very well-known individual, and it has always been known who the Mona Lisa was. The Mona Lisa, also known as La Gioconda, the wife of Francesco del Giocondo, is the woman that is known as the Mona Lisa to the majority of the world. I saw this one discussed on Reddit, and there's tons of people talking about it, and apparently many people have the same type of memory that I have, that the Mona Lisa was an unknown person, but that is not the case anymore and never was. She was always very well known. This next Mandela effect has to do with a popular kids toy, Rock'em Sock'em Robots. If you're a boy especially, you had this toy when you were younger. I know I did, and even my son has this toy. It's a very popular toy, it's a cool toy, and it has a catchphrase associated with it that you used to see in the commercials, at least how I remember it. And we have two options here. A, and this phrase would be said when one of the boys would hit the block of the other toy and it would go up and it would get knocked, the block would get knocked. And like I was saying, we have two options. A, you knocked my block off, or B, my block was knocked off. How do you guys remember this one? Even if you didn't own the toy, you probably saw the commercials. A, you knocked my block off, or B, my block was knocked off. And the correct one is B, my block was knocked off, which sounds more grammatically correct than A, but not as fun and kind of plain and dull. A, in my opinion, which is how I remember it personally, sounds more fun and like a better catchphrase in my opinion. But maybe I'm just misremembering this one. What do you guys think of this one?
I can be any kid on the block. Oh yeah, yeah.
They're slugging it out. A left to the jaw, and...
Oh, my block is knocked off.
That is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the channel, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also, guys, please be sure to check out my online store. I really appreciate all the support and keeping the channel going, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.